Hello, I'm Mike Colbreeze, Executive Director of the WIAA, and welcome to State Basketball Tournament Weekend. We've had a great string of state tournaments to date with bowling and cheer and swimming and wrestling and gymnastics. So basketball is, in a sense, the culmination of the winter season. Thanks to all of those who have been involved in one way or another, whether you are at Met Classic or at State Boys Swimming or gymnastics or bowling. Just really appreciate all the work. And we also have state speech debate going on at this time. And our congratulations to all the people who are moving on and who were actually at this level and for the regular season as well. Executive Board meeting in January, the board talked about a number of different issues. Well, one of those was, what can we do to help make football safer for our participants? And so if you go to the association's website, look at all the links that are available, you'll see that we've got a real strong connection with a Heads Up program. John Miller from our office staff is in charge of that program. He's actually one of the trainers. And one of the great opportunities I had this past weekend was actually being in Indianapolis for USA Football's rolling out to more high school people about what's going on with Heads Up Football and what's going on within their organization. I had a wonderful time visiting with some of our youth football commissioners and coaches from around the state, and they're very committed to making sure that they're a part of making the game safer. So we'll continue making those connections. A couple other things that the board did during the executive session was to talk about where we are with the association's budget. And I'm going to come back to that a little bit later, because I know those of you who are reading the minutes, and hopefully all of you are, you know that the board is having some discussions about where we are with the budget for the 2015-16 school year. Our congratulations to all the winter award winners for our Scholastic Achievement Awards. And we're also working very closely in getting all of our spring events up and running, and allocations are going to be available fairly soon for that as well. Winter Coalition follows fast on the heels of the board's March 21st and 2nd board meeting. Winter Coalition is the 23rd, and Winter Coalition is the first opportunity that the Rep Assembly and all league representatives and district directors and executive board members get a chance to talk about the amendments. And a lot of them, some of you were really involved with, whether it was on the classification committee, the out-of-season committee, the national events committee, or the recruitment committee. People from all over this state and all sizes of schools were involved with helping develop the amendments that you see before you. I'm hopeful that you get a chance to listen to discussion that day. If you can't be there, make sure that your league reps talk to you about some of the intentions behind some of those amendments, because they may not, in a sense, address some of the things that you thought they might be addressing. So take a look, listen. If you have questions, there are a number of people around the state who have those answers, but the office staff was involved with each one of those groups. Brian Smith with the National Events Group, John Miller with the classification group, Andy Barnes with the issue of recruitment, and Cindy with the out-of-season rules. So you can talk to them, or you can talk to the respective chairs of those committees. And our thanks to those people. Circling back a little bit, when you read the discussion about the budget for the association and how we're developing it for next year, we didn't have a great fall financially. Football was down, and so we're making some adjustments on revenue streams. And the board has chosen to address at this time 3 different avenues to make sure that we create a balanced budget, obviously. And one of those is, if we're not making the money that we need to pay back revenue share, then we reduce the amount of revenue share in the budget. The other deals with ticket prices and service fees. Ticket prices haven't been increased in 7 years, and nor has our membership service fees. And so the board is going to propose a modest increase in service fees and be more regular about that, because, again, we haven't had those for 7 years. The ticket price increase is $1 on adult ticket prices. And again, while we don't want to raise ticket prices, we don't want to raise service fees, we need to make sure that we are addressing those, especially since we haven't for so darn long. The service fee issue, again, is an issue dealing with not only a little bit of an increase in your per activity fee, but also in your per student fee. Along with that, the association has been working with the Washington Officials Association to work on approving officiating, so the board, during its March board meeting, will talk about the negotiations to date with the officials organization. We'll be talking about what they want to come to you with as far as the budget's concerned. As far as the actual budget itself, the issue regarding revenue share will be a board decision, as is the ticket price issue. However, the issue of service fees comes back to Rep Assembly for a vote. And since at this time the board is talking about only high school service fees, it'll be the high school Rep Assembly that'll be having that discussion at the March Assembly, and then also having a vote on it later this year. Please ask me any questions. If you've got questions about the budget, anything like that, board members have a lot of information, but really the people to talk to are either Leah Francis or myself. You're going to hear a lot of potential solutions, and you need to know that the staff and the board have discussed a lot of different solutions. And cutting back has happened all these last 7 years. That's because we didn't raise ticket prices, and because we didn't raise service fees, we basically ended up in a situation where we were cutting our expenses. We were continuing to reduce overhead. We can't do that much further. And I appreciate your understanding for that. Please ask any questions you want, ask for any documentation, let us know. I'll close because we're again going into this week with state basketball tournament. I know a lot of you are aware that there is a group of superintendents out there who are trying to revive the 16-team basketball tournament. And that group is being chaired by 5 different superintendents from around the state. They have made the board aware of what they're trying to do. They're actually going to meet with the board in March as well, let them know progress to date and where they'd like to go with that. And they are a separate group, but they're going to talk to a lot of different people, a lot of different groups to figure out if there's a way to bring the 16-team tournament back. I just got through talking about revenue, and really that's why the board had to reformat state basketball tournaments. Attendance was down continuously in state basketball only. So something had to be done. I know that's difficult. It's been difficult for staff and the executive board. And I know we're on the right path. I appreciate your openness and your willingness to dialogue. That's important as we move forward as an association. Give us a shout, give us a call. We're going to be out at state events. Chat with us. But again, thanks for all you do. And we look forward to working with you in the future. Take care.